Okay, so I left this game for like 2 days, and I kept looking at the table, and I was like, I need to, I need to get this done. I think there might be a chance that we can win the game because Magneto is starting to get kind of powerful. The last time we left the game, I think we're doing the villain phase. Yep. Okay. Yeah, Magneto has all of these upgrades. He has 4 upgrades right now. Rogue is not doing much though. Alright, so Rhino is going to attack Rogue first. I think for the attack phase, I don't think you assign... Yeah, only for the encounters I think. So she is going to defend. He's going to attack for 2 plus 2, so that's 4. Oh, and then he also gets 2 more threats, so he's up to 8. No, I hope that I didn't give him extra threats. I think when I stopped the game, I didn't, because I wanted to make sure that I didn't, that I stopped at the villain phase before I do anything actually with the villain phase. So I think that's correct. If not, then I have to look, but I think we're just gonna go for it. Because I think it was already at 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, it was. I think it was already halfway. Okay. So he's attacking for 4. Rogue can use Judoka skill. So that's -2. So he's only attacking for 2, and Rogue has 2 armor, so she's going to be able to defend. But he gets a retaliate. He's at 21 freaking HP. It's so crazy. Still phase 1. Okay. Now he's going to attack Magneto, and Magneto has a +1 defense because we discarded an energy card during his magnetic pull. So he doesn't get anything else though, right? Let's see here. Does he have... No. Okay, no. So he's just going to defend for +1, so he has 3 defense. And it's a 2 + 1, 3, so he's able to defend the attack. So he doesn't take any damage. So now we're going to give him encounter cards. We ran out of encounter cards, so I'm going to go ahead and shuffle this this encounter deck here. Give it a really good shuffle. Okay. So 1 for Rogue, 1 for Magneto. Let's resolve the 1 for Rogue. Shit. When Rhino attacks, the attack gains overkill. Access damage to ally from this attack is dealt to an ally controller. At the end of this attack, discard charge. So now he has charge for his next attack. And then for Magneto, the villain schemes. So he schemes for 1 plus 2. He schemes for 3. Jesus. Did we lose? No. That's 11. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So we really have to take care of that during our player phase here. Okay. So now Magneto gets to act first. Alright, the cool thing about Magneto is you can always reactivate him because of using Magneto's cape. But after doing the magnetic pull, which you can always do once per turn. So you can always you always have the ability to activate him during the player phase. He's always going to be able to have access to his basic action. So that's a cool thing about Magneto. Once you have that upgrade, it's amazing. Let me just turn this off real quick. I don't know why this is turned on. Okay. Alright, so what are we gonna do? I think we need to, we really need to take care of the threats. He doesn't have anything that can take care of the threats. So that's gonna be Rogue's focus this turn. Or this round. Let me see here. We don't have any allies, so I think I can use it as a resource. I think we're gonna go ahead and attack using metal shards. Hey Ilman, how's it going? Welcome back. I think we're gonna use metal shards so we can start damaging him. Deal 7 damage to an enemy. If this attack defeats the enemy, okay, yeah, we're not. That's not gonna happen anytime soon now, is it? No. So, do we have enough to use 2 metal shards? Let's see. So that's 2 plus 1 plus 1, 4, 5. And he has death focus. I think we can do it. We can use 2 metal shards actually. So let's do it. Do this slowly, one at a time. So for the first metal shard, we can exhaust Magneto's helmet. Exhaust Magneto's helmet, generate a wild resource for a magnetic card. So we're gonna go ahead and do that. So now we have 1 wild resource, and then we're gonna use Death Focus, and Death Focus reduces the resource cost of the next superpower card you play this turn by 1. So, and that's for metal shards, because this is considered a superpower, of course. So it only costs 2. So we're going to use You Got This and the wild resource. So we get to damage Rhino for 7. So that's a lot of damage. So now we're going somewhere. So he went from 20 to 13. Oh no, yeah, 13. What am I doing? 20. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And then we can damage him one more time with with metal shard. That's the cool thing about this, because we have enough resource to do it. You've been great. That's good to hear. I'm doing all right. Just want to finish this this Rhino encounter. All right. Doing anything fun this weekend? So for now, we're going to use Master of Magnetism, which provides us with two different types of resources. Doesn't matter, but we get two. This is Magneto's power renders conventional firearms useless against him. It's a cool graphics here on the card. So that's two, and then we're going to use magnetic missile. One resource for magnetic missile, so that's three. So oops. So we can use another metal shard, and that's going to be 7 more damage. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yay! He's down to 6 finally. Oh, that's nice. That's really nice. See, Magneto is starting to get powerful, so that's good. But we're still in phase 1 though for Rhino, so I'm not gonna celebrate this early. But I feel good. This is good. Okay, let's see. So now we can do a magnetic pull. Oh, and then let's put this away. Okay, here it is. We got Asteroid M, location magnetic. Well, this is an alter ego action. Exhaust Asteroid M, shuffle the topmost magnetic card in your discard pile into your deck, and heal 1 damage from your identity. Nice. Since we only have 1 card left, if we were able to use this, that would have been nice, because then we would have been able to get magnetic, what was the name of that crazy damage? Metal shards. This would have been perfect if we can play it now, because we only have 1 card remaining. And then you shuffle it back in here. The topmost magnetic card. And yeah, that would be the topmost magnetic card from the discard pile. So would have been perfect, but it's not meant to be. Okay. So we have this now. Let's see what else we can do. Won't stay down. Play only if your identity has the X-Force or X-Men trait. Max 1 per player. Discard, return an X-Force or X-Men ally from your discard pile to your hand. Oh, that's pretty good. I wonder if we should... No, we shouldn't, because we should not have him go into alter ego, because as you can see, Rhino is almost done with his scheming, so we can't play around with that. We're not gonna have him go into alter ego. Okay, so since we pull all types. No, we only pulled 2 energy cards, so that means that he gets +1 defense. So for this round, okay. But now we're gonna go ahead and activate Magneto's cape. So that means he gets aerial, and this is right after you do your magnetic pull, and then you get to ready up Magneto. So this is pretty cool. Alright, so I think now Magneto needs to thwart. Instead of, since he already did 14 damage, we're going to just go ahead and thwart. So we're going to thwart for 2. And that's all that I can do with Magneto. We're not going to have him go into alter ego form, because that's too dangerous. So Alright, so now it's Rogue's turn. We're gonna keep touching Rhino, so she still has the one retaliate. And she gets +1 basic attack and a thwart if she touches a friendly character. I just put that in there just so I can remember when I'm trying to resolve stuff, you know. Okay, we can. There's Gambit here. We have Gambit and Beauty and the Thief, but that's gonna take a while for us to play both cards because they cost a lot. Gambit costs 3, and Beauty and the Thief actually cost 2 resources. So I think what we need to do though is play Going Rogue. If she has Aerial, we can remove 2 additional threat. I think she needs to touch an ally to gain Aerial. Yeah, she needs to touch an ally to gain Aerial. So so right now she has Stalwart, right? No, Retaliate. She has Retaliate. Confuse an enemy. Oh, okay. So we can confuse Rhino. So this is not bad. The problem is how are we gonna pay for this? It's 2 resources. I want, if possible, I want to keep Superpower Adaptation. And Beauty and the Thief is also pretty good. And we really do need to thwart. Well, we have to get rid of Superpower Adaptation because... So I'm going to pay using X Gene and Superpower Adaptation. Going Rogue costs 2. So... And we're going to remove 3 threat from the scheme. Yeah, we really have to get that down. So now it's 6. It's still pretty high. But now Rhino gets confused. So when the villain gets confused next time, the villain with thwart or scheme, discard or with scheme in this case, it will discard the status card instead. So we'll put it on top of Rhino. There's nothing else we can do with Rogue here. Okay, so she's done. He's done. Ready up everything. Yeah, Magneto's cape is very good. Okay, Rogue gets 3. And Magneto gets 3, so I need to shuffle this card. This deck for Magneto. I was checking to see if my mic was muted. And it's not. Okay. I guess I must have fallen asleep or something. Alright, so I think that's a good shuffle. So we need 3 more cards. 1, 2. Okay. That's all done. So now it is the villain's turn. He gets 2 threats for the break-in. So that's what, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. It is hot in here. So he's gonna attack Magneto first. It's 2 plus 0. Oh, Magneto is going to defend, by the way. So, and he gets an additional defense, but it doesn't even matter because he's only attacking for 2. So Magneto was able to nullify that attack. Now he's going to be attacking Rogue 4, and Rogue is going to defend, of course. 2 plus 1, that's 3. We're going to use the last of Jidoka's skill. So that's -2. Oh, we forgot about charge. It's +3 attack. So, yeah, this is why whenever there's an attachment like this, I need to put it on top of the villain so I don't forget. So that would have hit Magneto, right? Magneto has 3 defense, and it's 0 additional boost. So 2 plus 3, 5. So Magneto actually got damage with 2. Okay, that's fine. We caught it, nice. This goes back here, and then what? Rogue gets attacked for 3, but we use Jidoka's skill. So she's fine, but she has to retaliate, so now he's down to 5. We're getting there. It's slow, but we're getting there. Okay, so now we're gonna deal the encounter cards, and Magneto gets hard to keep down when revealed. We will never be able to beat Rhino. When revealed, Rhino heals 4 damage. If no damage was healed, then this card gains a surge. It says, "You think you can stop me? What a joke," says Rhino. And then the picture is him pinning Spider-Man to a wall. So yeah, we're never going to be able to defeat Rhino. So he gets what? +4 damage. +4 HP. 1, 2, so it's now back to 9. This is ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. Okay, and then the encounter for Rogue. I'm tough. Give Rhino a tough status. God damn. Okay, so now we have to hit him before we can damage him. It's crazy. It's absolutely crazy. Okay, well, at least those are not bad though. So now we're back to the player phase. The new recruits is interesting. I didn't really. I should have gone looking for additional allies. The only problem with that is I think you have to look through, because if you have this, you have to kind of set it up at the beginning, because you have to look at the allies of the players that or the heroes that you're playing, or the decks that you have, because you have to find allies that are not in any of the 2 decks that you're playing. I'm playing 2-handed here, because if we're able to resolve this, each player chooses 1 set-aside new ally to add to their hand. So we get like a new hero joining X-Men, because I guess that's the deal with that side scheme. So each of us will get 1 new hero to the deck that we can add to our hand. That becomes part of our deck, I guess. Which is kind of cool. It's a cool concept, but I think they should have warned you, you know, like, I didn't even see anything on the Magneto insert about, hey, you know, there's this new scheme, which, you know, you should have new allies or allies not part of the deck set aside so that if you play the scheme and you're able to resolve the scheme, the side scheme, player side scheme, then you can bring in a new ally in. So, but yeah, I like the card. That's just I wasn't prepared for it. But you know, once we get there, we'll cross that bridge once we get there. All right, so Magneto gets Rogue gets to act first. That's right. Okay, cool. All right. We have Gambit and we have Beauty and the Thief, so that should be our focus. We're gonna keep touching Rhino. So Rhino, she still has Retaliate. We also have Iceman here. We have Sudden Cross, which is really good. Sudden Cross gets +2 damage if we touch an ally. So it's really good damage there. But if we have Retaliate, we get to stun the enemy, so which is also pretty good. It's worth considering. Stunning, you know, since we're not damaging. Oh yeah, no, because that's too good of a damage to waste on a tough status. So I think we need to summon Gambit. Just get Gambit out there. Have Gambit attack Rhino so we can remove the tough status. So I think that's what I'm going to do with Rogue. So we're going to play Sudden Cross. We're going to pay with Sudden Cross, Iceman, and Unflappable to get Gambit out. And Gambit has 3 HP. He's going to use his 1 HP to attack Rhino. Even though we should be thwarting, I think we will have Magneto thwart. Just so that we can get the top status removed. Okay. Alright, so now it's Magneto's turn. Magneto can do a lot. Well, let's see here. Oh, yeah, we have Electromagnetic Blast. This is a thwart ability. Remove 3 threat from a scheme. If this removed the last threat from that scheme, you may discard an attachment with the text hero action or hero response. I still don't get that. Why would you want to discard an attachment? You know, I don't understand the concept of that. Unless some of the villains in future encounters actually have response, hero action, hero response, but they're not heroes, they're villains, so I don't understand how this works in that capacity. And the picture is like him destroying a sentinel, so a sentinel is not considered a hero. You know, I just, this is confusing. It's got to be something to do with the other expansions. Because why would you want to remove, if it's on our hero, why would we want to remove a hero action or hero response card? Why would you want to discard that? I don't. Yeah, I don't understand that. But anyway. So we're gonna play this. It takes 2 resource. 2 resources to use this. So we're gonna use Won't Stay Down and Death Focus. And I'm gonna play Electromagnetic Blast, and we're gonna remove 3 threat. And then now we can even use Asteroid M Because we have Master Magnetism here. You have 2 resources from this. You know, I'm going to go ahead and do that and activate Asteroid M. So now I have 2 support cards actually activated here. And then now I'm going to use Magnetic Pull. And we immediately got Metal Shards. Nice. Okay. So, so this doesn't activate. Magneto's armor doesn't activate because we didn't get any non-magnetic card discarded. But we're gonna go ahead and use Magneto's cape to activate Magneto. Did we? Did I just? No. Okay, because we were using. Well, I could have reduced the cost of electromagnetic blast by 2. Yeah, it should have been free for me, but well, that's a teaching moment. Always look at all the cards that you have activated on the on the table. You know, I mean, because I think I could have I could have used Depth Focus to reduce that by 1, because that's considered superhero superpower, right? Yep. And then use Magneto's helmet to reduce the cost by 1, so it would have cost me just 1 to play that card, but it's fine. So now we're gonna thwart, because yeah, it's crazy. I have to thwart. So we're gonna thwart for 2. Okay, so this is now manageable. Should I go into alter ego form? And the reason why I want to do that is so that I can activate these alter ego cards. So like won't stay down. It says play only if your identity has the X-Force or X-Men trait, max 1 per player. Discard, return an X-Force or X-Men ally from your discard pile to your hand. Now, do we have one in our discard pile? We don't. So it would be foolish to play that. I mean, to do that now. But let me see. Asteroid M. Exhaust Asteroid M. Shuffle the topmost magnetic card from your discard pile into your deck and heal 1 damage from your identity. That's actually pretty good. The only problem there is... oh no, he's not going to scheme because he's confused. So I think we should do it. And then Electromagnetic Blast can go back into the deck. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. I'm going to have him go into alter ego form. And it says after you change to this form, shuffle the top 3 cards of your discard pile into your deck. We don't even have to activate this, looks like. Yeah, we don't, because we're not going to have it. Because it says topmost magnetic card, and it's already in the top 3 discard pile deck. So I'm going to go ahead and shuffle that. So every time you go into alter ego for Magneto, your deck gets shuffled with 3 cards from your discard pile. Just actually pretty cool. Especially if you know, you've played some important, powerful cards, then you can get them back. Hopefully, you'll get access to them like again quicker than having to exhaust the deck. So. Alright, that's good enough. And then heal him by 1. No, because we didn't use that. Okay. Maybe I shouldn't have done it. No, it's okay because we got magnetic, whatever that card, back into the deck. Alright, so, oh no, we're not done yet. Yeah, we're done because Rogue was already did her thing. So, but he gets 6 cards. So 1, so 5 more. 2, 3, 4, 5. That's the good thing about going into the alter ego forms. You get more cards. And then Rogue gets 4 more cards. Okay, ready up everybody. No, we can't kill off Gambit because we want to use Beauty and the Thief next play phase. Alright, so that's all done. He gets 2 more. This is still manageable because he's just at 5. He's going to attack Rogue. She is going to defend. Oh no, she's down 6 HP. We don't want to use Gambit because Gambit's probably going to get killed off. Oh, and then he gets that 3 charge of... I forgot, but... But he already used 1 when he attacked Rhino, but Rhino was able to nullify that damage. So whenever you attack, you get a +1 damage. Okay. So he's going to attack Rogue for 2 + 1, 3. So Rogue is gonna get 1 damage. But he gets the retaliate damage of 1. And then he's going to attack Magneto. No, he's going to scheme, but he can't. So, because he's confused, so he's not going to be able to scheme. Alright, so now we deal the encounter cards. And Rogue gets... fuck me. Crowd control. Panic civilians crowd the street. It's difficult to confront Rhino without putting them at risk. Get the people to safety. So we have to get rid of this before we can thwart the main scheme. So this actually gets 4. And then for Magneto, we get Sandman. Fuck. Yeah, this is not looking good now. And Sandman even has tough, so... God damn. It's hard. Okay. Now Magneto gets to act first. Okay. Let's see what we have here. We have a couple of resource cards. Oh, we have magnetic bubble. We got Phoenix. And we got metal shards. Somebody need to remove the tough status from... That's going to be Phoenix, probably. A couple of good cards to play here. Phoenix requires 3. Okay, well I'm going to use Noble Sacrifice and one of these resource cards with 2 resources to play Phoenix. At the Phoenix enters play, choose an X-Men ally, ready that ally and heal 1 damage from it. X-Men ally though, not X-Men hero, right? Um, so yeah, nobody gets anything. Oh no, yeah, Gambit. Fuck. So Gambit gets +1 HP. Thank you, Phoenix. Very nice. Joining the X-Men means joining a family. It means you're never alone, she says. Okay. Very nice. Okay, but she's going to attack Sandman just so that we can get tough status taken care of. So she's going to get 1 retaliatory damage, and tough gets removed from Sandman. Gotta get rid of Sandman. He has like 3 attack points, so we gotta get rid of him. Okay, now I'm going to use. We can use metal shot. Oh, yeah. Let's just go ahead and use metal shot. Fuck Sandman. We're gonna use death focus, so that's reducing the cost of metal shard to 2. I'm going to use Magneto's helmet, so that's gonna reduce the. Oh, and then of course he goes back into the hero form. Because this is a hero action. The problem with this is we would be wasting Genius, because I want to keep Magnetic Bubble. Fuck it, yeah, whatever. Let's go ahead and use Genius. To play Metal Shard, so we're gonna completely destroy Sandman. Metal Shard deals 7 damage, so he got fucked. And since we destroyed Sandman, we get a tough status. As it says, if the attack defeats the enemy, gain a tough status card. The way to defend mutants is to defeat our enemies, it says. Get rid of him. It has to be done. Okay, and now he's gonna use magnetic pull. Oh, we might be able to use magnetic bubble after all. Now, since we use gonna cheat a little bit. Since we use 2 resources, I'm going to I didn't need to use Magneto's helmet, so. Alright, oh no, we don't get these. These get discarded. We're just pulling, discarding cards, so we get a magnetic card. Here we go, we got electromagnetic blast again. And we were able to get all the different types of resources, the 3 different types of resources, or unique resources. So that means that he gets a +1 thwart, +1 attack, and +1 defense this round. So you just kind of tilt it a little bit here, maybe to show that that we have that. Yeah, I need to just leave these out. Yeah. I need to leave those out so that I know that that's in effect. We need to thwart. We need to thwart the crowd control. So I'm going to go ahead and have Magneto thwart crowd control, and he has +1 thanks to Magneto's armor. No, hold on. This is where it gets tricky. Because this happens, Magneto's cape happen after you do your magnetic pull. It's a response, so it has to happen after that. So if you do this now, so what I'm gonna do, we'll cheat a little bit. Let's just have Magneto do the thwarting, right? Before he did the magnetic pull, so that's thwart for 2. so it doesn't have any boost. And then he did the magnetic pull, so now he gets the boost. And then since we have Magneto's cape, well, I guess there's an option here. So because he, oh yeah, he gets reactivated, so he can do it again. So he's going to go ahead and thwart again. This time he's thwarting for 3, but it doesn't even matter because there's only 2 left here for crowd control. So we were able to get rid of that. Just have to cheat a little bit sometimes. Because it's our first time playing Magneto. But it's not we just go back in time and we did our decisions. Okay, so anything else happening? Anything else we can do? We can play electronic blast if we're willing to get rid of magnetic bubble, because we still have Magneto's helmet. So magnetic blast will get rid of 3 threat. You know what? I think I want to do it because I don't want to worry about this, so we can really focus on damaging Rhino. So I'm gonna use magnetic bubble, and then Magneto's helmet to gain the wild resource. We're gonna play electromagnetic blast, and we get rid of 3 threats here. Now it's really low, and we can really focus on damaging this motherfucker. Okay. That's all. That's a lot. You do a lot with Magneto because of all the upgrades. Okay. Now it's Rogue's turn. We have Gambit out, and he just recently got healed by Phoenix. So let's play Beauty and the Thief. Yeah, with Beauty and the Thief, you team up with Gambit. And since it's a team up attack, you're not using the basic attack, so there's no retaliatory damage. Hero action, attack and thwart. Deal 4 damage to an enemy and remove 4 threats from a scheme. So the threat on the scheme is completely gone. And we're gonna pay this using Genius. Let's just use Genius to pay for Beauty and the Thief. This is such a sweet card. With Gambit Rogue kissing Gambit. I think there was a moment when she did that in the 90s cartoon show, right? And then Gambit fainted. Yeah. I think it happened like once. Okay, let's see. If I remember correctly, it's been a while. I know the show's available on Disney Plus. I need to rewatch it again. So we play Beauty and the Thief, and Rhino gets damage for 4. So now he's down to 4. So we can do it. Oh, and Gambit is still available too. So, and then we're gonna have him use the retaliatory damage. Sure, he can deal 2 damage plus 1 from his kinetic card. So that's going to be 3 damage. He's down to 1. But, like I said, don't celebrate because this is just his first form. But we're finally able to get him all the way down, whittle him down to 1 HP. And then everything else still looks good. There's no threat on the main scheme. It's pretty amazing. Okay. So I think we're all done here. Yep. So ready up everybody and get the cards. Move Phoenix over here. And we'll put the ally like right at the top here. And oh, we ran out of cards, so Magneto gets 5. Rogue gets 2. Okay, so Rhino gets 2. He has to rebuild his scheming here to try and get to the shipment of vibranium. And then he's going to attack Magneto. Magneto has tough, so we don't need anybody to defend. So he gets there's no damage anyway. Well, barely any damage. So Rhino attacks for 2. Magneto has tough, so there's no damage to Magneto. And he's going to attack Rogue. And Rogue is going to we can, well, since we already used Beauty and the Beast, and the Thief, might as well have Gambit protect his love interest. So 2 plus 2, 4, and Gambit is going to defend. So Gambit is out. Now we get the 2 encounter cards. And for Magneto, oh no! We're definitely going to lose now. I'll tell you why. Because Rogue's Nemesis deck is the worst. So we got Deadly Touch, just an obligation. Oh no, this is an obligation. This is not a Nemesis. Yes. I was gonna say, if it's a Nemesis, I thought it was a Nemesis deck. This is just an obligation. So obligation for Rogue is pretty easy. It's as if touch is attached to a friendly character, deal damage to that character. If touch is not attached to a friendly character, place 2 threat on the main scheme. So he gets a free 2 free threats. So I gotta pick up that call actually. Okay, where were we? What was the the encounter card from that from Magneto was obligation for Rogue. Okay, so Rogue's encounter card is tough. So now Rhino gets a tough status. Rhino is so annoying. Okay. Alright, so now we didn't do anything with Phoenix, huh? Yeah, why didn't I do anything with Phoenix? Phoenix came in and then I didn't even use her to thwart or attack. So, yeah. Anyway. Maybe I did. No, I didn't, because she didn't get... Oh, she got a retaliatory. I think I made an attack. Oh, yeah, I attacked somebody. I attacked Sandman. That's right. We did use it. Okay. Yeah, I was like, there's no way. Alright, so now Rogue gets to act first. Let's see what we can do here. We have Judoka skill again. Yeah, this is because she has the defensive deck. Yeah, not a lot of attack power from her, you know. So I'm gonna go ahead and just use Judoka skills. Just that way we can keep, you know, countering or defending against Rhino's attack. So I'm gonna use energy here for the 2 resources needed to use that card. And we're gonna keep touching Rhino. I'm going to go ahead and attack Rhino. It doesn't even matter that she has +1 attack for touching an enemy because he has tough, so we're just gonna remove the tough status. So, and that's it for Rogue. There's barely anything that we can do. This is still kind of low. We can have her maybe heal, you know, and then maybe get extra cards and all that. But I have to be careful though. But I think because once we damage Rhino, I think the second phase comes with that side scheme. So maybe hold off for now. Just stay in hero form for now. She has Judoka skill anyway, so I'm not too worried about her getting defeated from Rhino's attack. Okay, so now it is Magneto's turn. We can have Phoenix get rid of Rhino. Well, Phoenix can get rid of the scheme. You know what? Phoenix should get rid of the Rhino, and then so that we can use. I don't know, because I think I'm trying to remember. I think the second phase comes with that. Is it +1 encounter, double encounter, or something like that? It's either that or it boosts the scheme accumulation. It's one of those, but it's really annoying. So I think I'm gonna have Phoenix just thwart. So Phoenix gonna use 1 HP here, retaliatory damage to thwart for 2. So I feel safer about that. Okay, so now Magneto is going to summon Kid Omega, I think. Yeah, let's do that. Let's summon Kid Omega. He has 2 HP. When Kid Omega enters play, spend a resource to deal 1 damage. Oh, okay. We can spend a... Oh, I'm going to go ahead and use Master Magnetism. This is great. Because Kid... so Master Magnetism, if you use this card as a resource, you get an energy and a mental resource. And Kid Omega... When he enters play, if you spend an energy resource, deal 1 damage to each enemy, and if you deal a mental resource, to remove 1 threat for each scheme. So that's amazing. So I'm going to go ahead and use Master Magnetism. So this gets removed and this gets removed. And then we finally beat his first fucking phase. But can we beat the second phase right now? Probably not. Okay, let's see what we have here for his second phase. Now he attacks for 3. When revealed, search the encounter deck and discard pile for Breaking and Taken side scheme. Reveal it. Shuffle the encounter deck. And it says, out of my way. So Breaking and Taken. I'm not sure if... let's check the discard pile. I don't think I saw it, so it's in the encounter deck. So let's find Breaking and Taken. This is, yeah, I think Breaking and Taken is, yeah, this is the extremely annoying side scheme, because Rhino is breaking things and taking them, it says. When revealed, place an additional threat here. Per person, so it's 4 total. Hazard is deal +1 encounter card during the villain phase. So now each of them will get 2 fucking encounter cards. This is extremely annoying because encounter cards can be very nasty. So we need to get rid of it. Get rid of this as quickly as possible. And it has 4 threats total. I mean, yeah, threats. Nasty, just nasty. Let me just shuffle this. If I can get rid of that, I think I can win the game. If I can get rid of that quick before things get out of control, because you get 2 encounter cards and you get bad encounters, there's just no way to recover. So let's see if we can get rid of that ASAP. Alright, so Kid Omega is still active. So we're going to go ahead and have him thwart. He can thwart for 2, so he's going to thwart, get 1 retaliatory damage. Oh yeah, we might be able to do this. Yes, yes. Magneto can thwart also. So we're going to have Magneto thwart as well for 2. Yes, breaking and taking my ass. Thank you. Yay! Okay, so we might be able to beat Rhino. We might be able to beat Rhino this time. And then his second phase actually has 30 HP. But we can do some nice damage with the right cards here for Magneto. We can't depend on Rogue to do anything damage wise. Unfortunately, even though with Rogue, I think they should have made her have 3 different aspects or something like that, because of the nature of her, because she well, I guess she's not the smartest. So maybe thwart should have been 1 attack 3, defense 3, and then she can have attack defense, maybe attack and defense combined, double attack and defense only aspects. I think there's another hero that does. There's only one hero that can combine 2 different aspects. I think it was Spider-Woman, right? So yeah, they should have done that with Rogue. But let's see what else we can do here with Magneto. We have Noble Sacrifice. Okay, this is for healing, so we'll hold off on that. Square off. Discard cards from the encounter deck until you discard a minion. Put that minion into play, engage with you. Play an ally from your hand, reduces cost by 3. We don't have an ally right now, so we can't really use that. So what we can do here is just then do a magnetic pull. Oh, and then this goes back in. That's from the previous magnetic pull. We're gonna do a magnetic pull. Oh. Put it up here so we know what kind of resources we got. 2 different resources as thus far. Jeez. God damn, it's still just 2 different resources. Here you go, we got a magnetic missile. Okay, and we got 2 different resources. It's the strength and energy. That means that he gets +2 attack and +1 defense. Tilted a little bit. And then we have these 2 refer to. Because with the magnetic pull, now Magneto is going to use the Magneto's cape, and he is reactivated. And now we're gonna attack Rhino. Because we have an energy magnetic pull, a strength magnetic pull that's +1 to his attack power, so that's 3. So we were able to reduce Rhino down to 27. So slowly but surely. And we don't have to worry about breaking and taking. That's the most dangerous part of phase 2, I think. Just breaking and taking all of a sudden showing up. Do I want to flip him over to... I think we do. Because there's only 1 threat. And then I'm going to go ahead... Oh, and then... yeah, and then I'm going to go ahead and... Oh yeah, he just attacked. And then he's gonna go into alter ego. And then we get the top three. You just have to remember defense. He has +1 defense. I guess we do have to use these. +1 defense and attack already done. Oh no, but he's gonna be in this form anyway, so it doesn't. I don't need a reminder for that. Shuffle the top 3 cards of your discard pile. So 1, 2, 3. These 3 goes back in. These 3 go back in here. Get shuffled in. And now we can use won't stay down. Oh no, I can't because oh no, I can't. Yes, because it's in alter ego. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and use won't stay down. What it does is return an X-Force or X-Men card back. Oh, and we get White Queen. Let's see which one we want. We can choose. Okay, it looks like you can just choose because it didn't say the first one. So my options are White Queen. She's the only one in here? Okay. Was it Frost right now? What's the name? Emma Frost, yeah. And discard the return exports from your discard pile to your hand. So she goes into my hand. Okay. And we discard this. And then there's also Asteroid M. Exhaust Asteroid M. Shuffle the topmost magnetic card. Okay. Exhaust this. Okay, yeah. Let's get that. Because we wanna magnetic. Okay, master magnetism. It's just a resource. This is the topmost. Okay, that's cool. I don't mind having more resources. Oh, I accidentally put magnetic electromagnetic blast too. Okay. Alright, shuffle this back in. All right. We can summon the White Queen because we have the resources. We can even, no, I don't want to do that because I don't want to summon a minion because right now I want everything to be clear. Even though we have 2 heroes out, 2 allies out. We're just going to pay for her to be out there. So I'm going to use energy here. And then 2 resources and squared off to summon Emma Frost. And she can thwart for 2. And play only if the identity has X-Force or X-Men trait. Oh, I can't even play her because I'm back to Eric. Yeah, I can't even play her yet. I can only play her when he's in his Magneto, when he's Magneto, not when he's Eric Leshner. Okay, that's fine. Do I want to discard any of these? So ready up everybody. She gets 2 more cards. And maybe get rid of squared off. And you get 1 card. Electromagnetic blast. Nice. Okay. Oh, and 1 more because we get 6 for being Eric Leshner. Lencher. Okay. I only know him as Magneto. Alright, so that's all done. So now it is the villain's phase. So he's going to attack Rogue first. Rogue has a bunch of freaking defensive card. Like a lot. But we're just going to use Judoka skill because it's already out here. Well, not today is a good one though to interrupt with because it gets +2 if you take no damage, remove 2 threats. So, and then he gets 2 at the beginning of his phase. Yeah, we're probably gonna use not today. So she's gonna defend, and he's going to attack for 3 + 1, so that's 4. She has 2 defense. And we're going to use not today. We're going to use defensive energy. When you spend a card to play a defensive event, you draw 1 card. So I get to draw another card to replace that. When you hear a defense against attack, it gets a +2 defense for that attack. So now she's 4. So, and he was 4. Okay, so since I didn't take any damage, I get to remove 2 threat from a scheme. That's very nice. Okay. Very nice. Okay, so now he's going to scheme because he's an alter ego. He's going to scheme for 1 + 0, so he gets 1 back. Now we get just 1 encounter cards. Yeah, 2 encounter cards, just a little too much. Fuck. Yeah, it's over. It is over. I got the Shadow of the Past on Rogue. It is over because now we have Mystique in the game. It's over. So reveal your set-aside Nemesis minion and put it into play, engage with you. Reveal your set-aside Nemesis side scheme and put it into play. Shuffle the rest of your set-aside Nemesis encounter set into the encounter deck. If your Nemesis minion does not enter the game this way, this card gains surge. Mystique is the worst. And here's her card. Because she is an elite minion. And she has 6 HP. And she has toughness. So she comes in, you can't even deal damage to her. After Mystique engages you, search the encounter deck, discard pile, and set aside area for a copy of Misled Treachery and shuffle it into your deck. So we have to put 1 Misled Treachery into the deck right now. So I'll shuffle that in a sec. Side scheme gets played. While she knows Mystique can't be trusted, Rogue still finds it hard to reject the woman who raised her. Search the encounter deck and discard pile for a copy of Misled and shuffle it into your deck. Okay, so when this is defeated, we get another Misled Treachery. And Misled Treachery is a horrible card because it's after this card enters your hand, place 2 threat on the main scheme. So every time you get this actually from your deck, he gets the scheme. So and then 2 gets into added here into the encounter deck now. And then this gets 4. And there's that icon there. I think that icon is when this is in play, the break-in, the main scheme gets +1 at the beginning of the round. So put that there so we know that it gets 3 instead of 2. So that's why you want to get rid of this as quickly as possible too. Oops. I think if we didn't pull Mystique, this would have been an easy game to win. But now Mystique is in play, it's just difficult. Because she is nasty. Every time she gets a boost card because she is a she's villainous. Villainous means that when she activates, she gets a boost card when she schemes and when she attacks. Okay, and then she also gets tough. So somebody needs to attack her to prep her, and then I have sudden crosser, so I think I should be able to defeat her during the player phase. And just one of these guys need to prep her for me, just attack her to get the tough remove, and then I'm going to use sudden cross. Okay. So it's nice that we were able to pull this actually, thanks to not today. Thanks to not today, but defensive energy. Oh, and I need to shuffle this. The problem with this card getting put in here is because the color is different, because it's part of the Nemesis deck. You know, you can never have it at the top of the pile because, you know, so I just wish they'd done something with that. You know, maybe two of them are like blue. You know what I'm saying? I think I'd rather not know. It would be more devious if it blends into the player deck versus blending into the enemy encounter deck. Alright, so Magneto's encounter. Please don't be a Nemesis set. No, there's only one of that. The Treachery. Not Treachery, but Shadow of the Past. There's only one of those. Per shuffle. Not per shuffle, per deck. Okay, so we get Shocker. When revealed, 1 damage to each hero. So it's not too bad. 7. Rogue is getting too low though, so we might have to have a recover. Okay. Alright, so that's all done. See, can you imagine having 2 encounters and then revealing Mystique and then there's another, you know, I mean, it would have been too much. Okay, so Magneto gets to act this round first. Okay, so we're gonna flip him back, unless we want to keep him now. We're gonna flip him back into superhero, into X-Men hero form, because we want to play White Queen. We also have Electromagnetic Blast. Remove 3 threat from a scheme. As tempting as it is to do new recruits though, I mean, like I said, I don't have this prep, so I have to, if I do that, then it's going to take time, but which is fine. If I want to do it, I'll do it. We do have to take care of Mystique's manipulation, I think, using Electromagnetic Blast. This is a superpower magnetic, so I can use Magneto's helmet to gain a wild resource for a magnetic card, and then I'm going to use Death Focus because it's a superpower, so this only cost me 1. So I'm going to go ahead and use hold on though, because we have Magnetic Missile here. Oh no, you have to wrap them first before you can use the Magnetic Missile. So I forgot about that. But yeah, we're gonna go ahead and play the White Queen. I'm gonna use magnetic missile to pay for this, the one resource. So this is the third ally for Magneto. So that's it. That's all you get. 3 at a time per hero. And she has 3 HP. So what we're gonna do, oh, we have Noble Sacrifice, so she's gonna heal using Phoenix, I think, or using Phoenix or Kid Omega. Okay, so I think what we'll do is, and I'm gonna just cheat just a little bit with Magneto before we flip him into the X-Men hero form. We actually use the Asteroid M to get the topmost magnetic card, and at that point it would have been another electromagnetic blast, and shuffle that back in. Yeah, we gotta be aware of all of these upgrade support, all of these things that we have available to us. It's first time playing Magneto. Whenever I first time play a hero, I think I always allow myself to cheat just a little bit. If I, didn't take an action that I should have taken during that same round, I don't go back all the way back. I don't do that, but because at that point, if you have to go all the way back, might as well just restart the game. And I've done that a couple of times. Just forget about the game and just restart the whole thing. Okay. I think what we'll do is, so it doesn't really matter. We'll just have Kid Omega attack Mystique just to get the tough taken care of, and then Kid Omega got the retaliatory damage, so he's out. And then I'm going to use Noble Sacrifice. Yeesh. We're just wasting a lot of resources. The problem with this is, no, just hold off on that, because I think we're gonna go ahead and grab, no, because you're also still active. I'm going to go ahead and thwart. So I'm going to thwart Mystique's manipulation. And I think what we should do is have the White King have Phoenix thwart. No, because we need the healing. We're going to sacrifice Phoenix to get the healing, because she gets 3 HP. We're going to use the White Queen to get rid of the rest of the thwart. You know what? Nice. Very nice. But the problem with that is, now that this is out, we have to find the other misled a treachery to add to Rogue's deck. Oh, this goes. We were able to get rid of that quick, so that's good. Okay. And then shuffle this. Since she is at the, we almost exhausted the whole deck. We're gonna get, the scheming is gonna be nasty, because what we probably should do with that is, since the backing is different, we're just gonna shuffle like this, and then wherever we think it's done, then we'll just put it on the table, and then if it just happens to be the misled treachery, then it's the misled treachery. So I'll do it that way next time. But anyway, but at least we don't have to worry about that. Okay, so now I can use, well, now I'm going to do a magnetic pull. Okay. And we got wrapped in metal. We just got rid of we just got rid of magnetic missile. We could have used magnetic missile actually with on Shocker after we wrapped him in metal. Let me see here. Okay, we're going to go ahead and put wrap in metal on Shocker. So that he doesn't activate. So even though he's here, he can't do anything. So I'm going to go ahead and use energy here, 2 resources. So now Shocker is wrapped in metal. Very nice. So we don't have to worry about him. Now we're going to do, we already used that up. Yep. I'm going to use Master of Magnetism to play Electromagnetic Blast. So that's going to get rid of 3 threat from a scheme. Now the question is, do I want to... We'll do new recruit. And then we'll go look for an ally. Let's do that just for fun, okay? So we were able to resolve new recruits, and now we get to recruit a new X-Men. Each player gets to recruit a new X-Men. Your identity has to be an X-Men. But basically the gist of this, the setup for this is a dream. The dream of every student of Xavier's school is to join the X-Men. I like the idea of this card. It's just that, like I said, they need to prep people to prepare this, to get this ready. Because I didn't know what this does until I saw it. When defeated, each player chooses 1 set-aside new ally and adds it to their hands. So you have to kind of get that ready before you play the game, because now I have to look to see, because the ally has to be completely new to the deck. So it has to be somebody who Rogue doesn't have on her deck, and somebody who Magneto doesn't have in his deck. So I'm gonna go ahead and do that, research that now, and see if I can grab a couple of heroes quick. So let's do that now. On if you're watching this on YouTube, it's gonna be it's gonna get edited out, the AFK. So. Alright, so that wasn't too hard actually. What I did was I look at the extra cards that we get from buying the hero packs and the expansions. Since I haven't really created any custom decks for any of the champions, I think I tried it one time with either She-Hulk or Scarlet Witch, and then after I tried the custom deck, I went back to the default. So they all now actually got assigned to their default deck. I went to the extra card piles, and I look under basic and red strength aspects, and I was able to find 2, just 2 of them there. One is Bombshell. So Rogue is gonna recruit Bombshell. Is she a champion? Oh no, she can't. So I can't have Bombshell because it's a play only if your identity has a champion trait. So we can't even use Bombshell. So I have to go back and look for a different one. Long Shot we can use though. Play only if your identity has the X-Men trait. After Long Shot attacks. Okay, so Long Shot is going to get recruited by Magneto. Okay, added to the hand. So I can't recruit Bombshell. Let me look for another ally. All right, so it took a while. But for Rogue, I'm gonna go ahead and recruit Valkyrie to become part of her X-Men team. Let me get a sleeve for both of these guys. Okay, so he gets long shot. And I have to remember that Valkyrie is part of Thor's default deck. Alright, so she gets Valkyrie. He gets long shot. Okay. Anything else he can do? Oh, shit, I was gonna use Noble Sacrifice, but we don't have any resource. So, but we're gonna go ahead and use Magneto's cape. So he's back. He's available again. And what I'm and then this is removed. Now, we didn't get to pull any extra for the boost for Magneto's armor, because I think we immediately got electromagnetic blast when we did the magnetic pull. So I think I want to damage let's damage Rhino. Let's see if we can let's see if we can win this. 25. Let's focus on damaging him now. Okay, so he's done, completely done here. I mean, I could use Phoenix. I could use Noble Sacrifice, but then I have to get rid of Long Shot. I think I want to play Long Shot here. Okay, so with Rogue, we have to get rid of Mystique, so I'm going to use Sudden Cross. Sudden Cross is very good because it does 6 damage, and then it has, like, depending on who you touch, you have the extra effects. Status effect that you can give that enemy. But what I really want from Sudden Cross is just the 6 damage, because that's enough to get rid of fucking Mystique. So we're going to pay that using Preemptive Strike. Energy transfer is too good. I think we're gonna go ahead and use Valkyrie as a resource. So those 3, because energy transfer can heal her. So let me hold on to that. So we're gonna use Sudden Cross. And we were able to get rid of Mystique. Jeez. I was so scared. Alright. So Mystique is done. There's nothing else we can do with Rogue. Nothing else we can do with Magneto. So 3 cards. And the problem with Rogue here, we're probably going to get, we're going to get misled. 3, 4, 5. When we get the misled treachery here, after this card enters your hand, place 2 threat on the main scheme. And the only way we can get rid of this is at the end of the round, where we can get rid of a card, any card we want, before we get the draw from our deck. So this 2 gets added here. Okay, so that's all done. So now it is Rhino's turn, so Rhino gets 2 more. So it's already up to 6. You notice how fast that is? So, you think that sometimes you get it under control. You think that 7, like halfway point, is enough for you to still be able to keep everything under control. It only takes like a round for bad things to happen, and then all of a sudden he gets 14. I think that happened like when I was playing that game that I didn't record the final session, but if you watch the Rogue and Jubilee versus the World Part 1, Part 2, at the end of Part 2, things starting to look grim, and then like when I played the game for the third session, it only lasted like 5 minutes because all of a sudden he got it. But the problem there was I actually had both heroes switch to their alter ego forms, and then the scheming got out of control. Okay, so he's going to attack Magneto first. Oh, we have to activate everybody. That's right. Reactivate everybody. You get to reactivate at the end of the player phase. Okay. So he's going to attack Magneto. Magneto is just going to go ahead and... does he want to... We don't have to worry about Shocker. So you know what? I'm going to use the White Queen to defend for me. So that's 3 plus nothing. So that's 3 damage. And the White Queen is out. And it's going to attack Rogue. Rogue is going to defend. And it is 3 plus 1, 4. And we're going to use Judoka skill. So 4 minus 2 is 2. And she's not damaged. Okay. Now we get to deal the encounter cards. For Magneto, it is Explosion. When they reveal a bomb scare is in play, assign number of damage among heroes and allies, where X is the amount of threat on bomb scare. If bomb scare is not in play, the card gains surge. So we have to get another one. Caught off guard. Discard an upgrade or support you control. If no cards were discarded this way, the card gains a surge. So we gotta get rid of one. I think we're gonna get rid of Asteroid M. That's fine, because the rest of them are crucial. So, and then for Rogue, Enhance Ivory. Oh god, yeah, this is horrible because he gets now +1 attack. So now he attacks for 4. And the only way we can get rid of this is we spend 3 resource, strength resource to get rid of that. Alright, Rogue gets to act first. Okay, we're in that 1.5 hour mark. Okay, we're still pretty good. Let's see where how things go actually for this player phase, and before I decide whether we should stop here. Yeah, not a lot of damage cards, so I think we're definitely going to stop at the end of this player phase. Alright, so what we're going to do, we got superhero adaptation. Let's see what, and we're gonna touch Rhino still. Let's see what we can get from Magneto. We can only get an event, right? Yes, we can steal Magnetic Missile. Oh, but then we also have to touch Magneto. That's right. So let's go ahead and do that. We're going to touch Magneto. And then we're going to steal one of his abilities, or borrow one of his abilities. And I think I'm going to borrow the missile thing. Where was that? Magnetic missile. I'm going to borrow magnetic missile. Because what we're going to do now, which is pretty cool, now we're using Magneto's power of magnetism to discard Shocker. So we're going to use magnetic missile. Discard a minion with wrap and metal attached. Deal 5 damage to an enemy and stun it. I have heard your threats and here's my reply. So it's Magneto, but the difference is it's Rogue doing it. So we're going to go ahead and use Preemptive Strike to pay for that. And this goes back to Magneto. So we're going to throw Shocker at Rhino. And he gets 5 damage, so he's down to 20. And Shocker is gone. And he gets Magnetic Missile, Rapid Metal back. See, this is why superhero adaptation I think is so cool. This is why I just want to keep playing Rogue. It's for stuff like that, you know, it's just so cool. We can also do an energy transfer, can we? No. It requires two, yeah, I can't use it. Alright, so nothing else we can do with Rogue. Let's see what we can do with Magneto here. We're gonna thwart with... No, we have to heal. We have to use Noble Sacrifice. Dang, I think he's okay at 7 though. Yeah, you know what? He's okay at 7. I'm gonna go ahead and use Phoenix to thwart. So, thwart for 2. And then... Oh, and then didn't he get stunned? Yeah, he gets stunned. Because when we threw a Shocker at him. Right, let me just make sure I double check that. Yeah, and to an enemy and stun it, yeah. It's 5 damage and stun. Okay. After you exhaust your hero to make a basic thwart or attack, discard an ally you control. Add that ally's matching power to your hero's power for this use. No, it's not that great. And I don't need long shot to be out there. I think we're gonna attack. So... And Rogue right now has, she doesn't have Retaliate. She has Stalwart because she touched Magneto. Okay. Okay, we're gonna use Magnetic Blast, so I'll just use Noble I'll use Death Focus, Magneto's Helmet, so it's free, because this reduces it by 1, and this actually gives you a wild resource to use for a magnetic card. So this is free to use, and, well, you basically pay 1 wild card there, and you get rid of 3 threats. So let's just go ahead and take care of that so we don't have to worry about the threat. And then now I'm going to attack for 2. So Magneto's down to 18. I'm just so excited to get this down. to a halfway point would be great. But pretty close now. So we're pretty close to winning. I'm still cautious though. Okay, and now I'm going to do a magnetic pull. Oh, and I immediately got metal shards. Very nice. Metal shards, very good. Now, if we can get superpower adaptation from Rogue, then that would be perfect because this is 7 damage. So I'm going to go ahead and use that. But because we did a magnetic pull, now Magneto gets to reactivate because of Magneto's cape. So he's going to attack again for 2. So now he's down to 16. And now he's going to use metal shards for 3. So we're going to use You Got This and Master of Magnetism. So that's 3 resources. I'm going to use metal shard. That's 7 damage. So now he's down to 9. What was it? He was 16. So 7 damage. Yeah, 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Oh my god. We're almost there. I should keep playing. I think I should keep playing. Because we're too close. I don't want the next session to be like just 5 minutes. So, we're too close. So I'm going to keep playing. I'm going to take a quick break. You won't see the break here on YouTube. Well, yeah. So I can... Gonna drink some water, calm down a little bit, and see if we can win this tonight. We're definitely gonna end the game tonight, but I think we're gonna win. We're pretty close, and not a lot of threats. He's stunned. I mean, everything's looking good as long as we can get, as long as we can keep dealing damage to him. I think we're almost there. All right, let's finish this. Okay, so this is the villain phase. Is it the villain phase? No, it's not. It should be. Because we don't... there's nothing else that we can do. Okay. So let's go ahead and ready up everyone here, everything. The only thing I'm worried about is Rogue's health. Other than that, we also have to draw cards. So we're gonna get rid of misled there, but that means that we get the other misled. So it gets 2, and then the last 2 cards here, and then he gets 3 more. 1, 2, 3. Oh, we got metal shards. Very nice. Okay. Now it is the villain phase. So he's going to attack Rogue first. And he has Enhanced Ivory, so that's +1. Gotta remember that. She's going to defend. We do have Judoka skill. That's gonna hurt. Okay, so 3 + 1 + 1, so that's 5. Judoka skill will only get rid of -2. So she still gets damage for 1. Oh no, hold on. No. They're stunned. He's stunned. So he doesn't get to damage Rogue. So this is actually for Magneto. So we'll get rid of that. So Rogue is fine actually. So and so he's gonna damage Magneto since Magneto is going to defend for 3 + 1 + 1, so that's 5. He only has 2 defense, so he gets damage for 3. So he's down to 4. So we're definitely gonna use Noble Sacrifice. Oh god. Just when you think that you're gonna win, you're not gonna win. Okay. Jeez. But he's at 9 HP. We should be able to do this. We should be able to do this. Okay, 2 encounter cards. So for Rogue, it is false alarm. If you're confused, you're confused. Okay, so she gets confused. Next time this character would thwart, you can't thwart. So that's fine, as long as she can do damage. And then for Magneto, it's Hydra Mercenary. You have to attack Hydra Mercenary first before you can attack the villain. Jesus. Okay. I'm gonna extend it for another hour. Alright, let's see where we at. There's always something that comes up. Oh, okay. Hydra Mercenary, okay, so this is so shitty because now we have to get rid of Hydra Mercenary before we can attack Rhino, and I know Rogue doesn't do much damage, so it's gonna take a while. I think we should stop here. Because I think it's going to take 2 more phases actually for us to finish this. So, let me just look at my cards. Yeah, because Hydra Mercenary has 3 HP. Rogue can't do anything. And we got to be smart about this, because if we're not... Well, hold on. It might still be possible. It might still be possible. Let's go. Let's continue. Okay, so everything's done. So it's going to be Magneto's gonna act first. Next phase. Because what we can do is if we can have Magneto. If we can have Magneto get a +1 attack, then we can get rid of Hydra Mercenary and then use Metal Shards. Let's see if we can do that. Let's see if it's possible. So I'm going to go ahead and do Magnetic Pull. Yes, +1 attack. So Magneto has +1 attack this round. And then he gets Magnetic Missile. Okay, so what I'm going to do, since we did a Magnetic Pull, I'm going to use Magnetic Cape to ready up Magneto. He gets +1 attack. So that's a +1 attack. So he's going to go ahead and attack Hydra Mercenary for 3. Oh my god. Okay. So that's done. And now he's going to use Metal Shards. So we're going to use Death Focus and Magneto's Helmet. So Metal Shard only costs 1. So we'll use Noble Sacrifice to pay for the 1 resource. So that's going to be 7 damage. I think we win. So 2 HP left. Nothing else I can use here for Magneto. So now it's Rogue's turn. Rogue's gonna touch. It doesn't even matter at this point. She should just touch herself. But she's gonna touch Rhino, and she's going to attack for 2, and Rhino is out. Oh my god. We finally did it. Rogue Magneto finally did it. We tried Rogue Jubilee a couple of times. We tried Rogue Domino 1 time, really, because the other time is I just restarted the game. So this combination might not be too bad. I just need to find, because Magneto has that recruit new X-Men card. I just need to find a cool hero that Rogue can, because I don't think Valkyrie is one. I don't think this guy Longshot is one. Even though Longshot actually has 2 attack damage and 2 thwart, which is pretty good. So I just need to look at all the other allies available. Maybe get that taken care of, because we want to make sure that whenever we complete that side scheme, we get really cool heroes that's gonna be who are actually gonna be really helpful. But other than that, that was fun. That was really fun. I mean, it's a long game, but it's fun. Playing two-handed is always like more complicated because you have a lot more to manage, and it makes the game longer. But that was fun. And I've mentioned this before with Rogue, because of superhero adaptation, you can't really play her just by herself because she can't use superhero adaptation to steal anything from the enemy, anything cool. Even though, I mean, she should have been able to, but yeah, that was fun. I really like at one time during this match we were able to use magnetic missile on an enemy on I think it was what was the shocker was wrapped in metal, and then Rogue touched Magneto and then was able to use his power of magnetism to throw the shocker at Rhino. That was a cool moment. That was the coolest moment in this game. So yeah, finally able to defeat Rhino. Ever since I started playing the game again since 2021. So next session, I think I'm gonna keep Rogue and Magneto for now. We're gonna do Claw or the other person, whoever else is on the in this base game. So, and then after that, we're gonna do some campaigns. So yeah, thank you so much for watching. Till next time. Bye bye.